Dear friends, let us discuss a topic from the first chapter of my book, that is three letter and one letter code of amino acids. First of all, what is the need of this code? Look at this protein. Can you recognize this protein? This protein has two chains, A chain with 21 amino acid, B chain with 30 amino acid. There are two interchain disulfide bond and there is one intrachain disulfide bond. Can you recognize this protein? Yes, you recognized it correctly. The protein is human insulin. So when you want to write the structure of a protein, so this image is from my book. So you see that I have given this code, three letter code. See, instead of fully writing glycine, I have used GLY. Why did I go for this? If I just write the 51 amino acid, it is going to take more number of pages and the publisher will kill me. Okay, so I have to limit the number of pages, right? Moreover, when you put the information in the computer, it's not just about printing books. So in the computer, the data, right? So the data should be limited. Okay, you cannot have a lot of data in the computer also. So people, there is a branch bioinformatics. So in this branch, people deal with genome, all these things, right? So here they input the data. So you cannot just put the complete name. It's going to occupy more space in the computer, right? Or server in the cloud server. Hmm? Okay, so now you know the need of three letter and one letter code. So three letter code is very simple. It is just the first three letters of amino acid. Like for glycine, is very simple. It is the GLY. Okay, but there are some problems. Glutamate and glutamine. Look at this. Both of them have the same three letter. So it's very simple. So for glutamine, they added this N to indicate the glutamine, right? Same thing they have done for asparagine also. Because aspartate and asparagine, they have the same first three letters, right? So for asparagine, they have added N in the third letter. Isoleucine. So this can be, if you just put iso, it can be isoalanine, it can be isovaline. There is no such amino acids as like isoalanine or isovaline, but still, to make a complete sense, they have put ileu. So isoleucine. Okay. Look at this. For tryptophan, they have given the code TRP. Why? The reason is for tyrosine, the code is TYR. For tryptophan, if you give TRY, these are the most commonly mistyped words in the computers also. So if you see, if you try to type in the computer also, there's a high chance that you will do this mistake. Okay, so these are easily confused typing keys, right? So that is why they have gone for TRP instead of TRY for tryptophan. Okay, so three letter code is very simple. Let's go to the one letter code. Margaret Dayhoff is a scientist involved in the framing of one letter code. She is the founder of the field of bioinformatics. Many of you may not be aware of her contribution. That's why I take this moment to tell her contribution. The role of women in science has long been suppressed by the fellow men. So it is time to show our respect to them. And another interesting thing, what you are seeing is known as a punch card device. So IBM, they developed this punch punch card device. So it's like an input and output device. So anyone who is so curious, they can go and Google this. There's a Wikipedia article also, so you can learn about punch card device. So look at her period 1925 to 1983. She is the pioneer in the field of bioinformatics. Okay, let's come to the one letter code. One letter code is again very simple only. It is the first letter of amino acid. Okay, for most amino acid. So for 11 amino acid, it is nothing but the first letter of that amino acid. Okay, for glycine it is G, alanine it is A, something like this. So if you see, alanine begins with A, aspartate also begins with A, asparagine also begins with A, right? So why did they go for only alanine? They have given the priority to the most commonly found amino acid. Okay, so the most commonly found amino acids, they got first letter as the one letter code. What about others? What is the code for aspartate? What is the code for asparagine? We are going to see it. Let's see. So as I told you, alanine, aspartate, asparagine, even arginine, they all have the A as the first letter. Okay, so how are they going to solve this? We will see this. So look, for arginine, they have gone for the second letter. Okay, the R is not taken by any other amino acid. There is no amino acid which begins with R. So they have gone for R. Again, for tyrosine, they have gone for the second letter because there is no amino acid which begins with Y. Are you getting my point? It's very simple, right? So Y is tyrosine. R means arginine. Sometimes they went for penultimate letter because A is taken by alanine, S is taken by serine, P is taken by proline, R just now we gave the R to which one? Arginine, right? G is taken by glutamate, I is taken by isoleucine. So what we are left with? We are left with the penultimate. So for asparagine, the penultimate N, because, and you know, right, N signifies the amido group, right? So N. So there for asparagine we use the third letter also, right? ASN in the 3-letter code. So N is a convenient one for asparagine. But for glutamine, what to do? We cannot give the N to glutamine, right? So for glutamine, what they did is they gave Q. Okay, for glutamine, they went out of the way and they gave Q. Okay, okay. Sometimes what they did is they used a similar sounding letter. See, phenylalanine. It sounds like phenylalanine, right? So phonetically, there is no amino acid which begins with F. So they gave F conveniently, right? Sometimes they went for the alphabet which is earlier. See, in the lysine, L we cannot give, leucine has been given, Y tyrosine, S serine, same thing, right? So what they did is, in the English alphabet, K comes before the L. They gave K. Simple. Now, using an unassigned alphabet which is not found in any amino acid. For example, glutamine, they gave Q, I told you. For tryptophan, they gave W. Okay, this is out of the way. So for remembering, people say tryptophan as indole ring. So indole is nothing but 2,3 bens pyrrole, something like this. Bens pyrrole. So this has a 2 ring. So remember W. So that's why they have given W. That's how people use this trick to remember that. Okay, remember this. So W is for tryptophan, Q is for glutamine. And C, similar sounding letters like for aspartic acid, when you pronounce this can be aspartic acid, right? For glutamic acid, it can be glutamic acid. So E for glutamic acid. Otherwise, see aspartic acid, the pronunciation is it's matching, right? So D for aspartic acid. So the next letter E, obviously you give it to glutamic acid, because aspartic acid and glutamic acid, if you see the number of carbon, the difference between the number of carbon is just one. CH2 group will be the difference between aspartic acid and glutamic acid. So it is the higher homologue of aspartic acid. So you give D for aspartic acid. So obviously you give the next alphabet for glutamic acid. Simple, right? Okay. So it's all about your 3-letter and 1-letter code. So just look at this. E is for glutamate, D for aspartate, Q for glutamine. Okay. So R for arginine. It is the second letter. Where is Y? Tyrosine. See, second letter. Okay. So there are certain alphabets which are unassigned. So there are certain alphabets which are unassigned, because you know that there are 26 alphabets in English, but there are 20 plus 1 amino acids. Okay. So in the comment section, I want you to comment what is the code for selenocysteine. I want your active participation. So by this, I will also know who are all actively watching the video. Okay, I don't want to spoon feed you everything. Search Google, it's very simple. What is the 1-letter code for selenocysteine? Please comment. Now come to the clinical correlation of the fact we have learned. What is the importance of knowing 1-letter code? Is this: there is a disease, cystic fibrosis. So cystic fibrosis disease is due to defect in a protein CFTR. CFTR is cystic fibrosis transmembrane regulator. So this is a chloride channel, right? So defect in this chloride channel leads to this disease. The disease can be caused by many mutation. One of the common mutation is described as delta F508. How to understand what is the meaning of delta? What is the meaning of F? So here comes our knowledge of 1-letter code of amino acid. F, you know, right? F codes for phenylalanine, right? Delta means deletion. So in the CFTR protein, the 508th amino acid is the phenylalanine, which gets deleted because of a mutation. So 3 nucleotides, that is one codon means 3 nucleotide. So they are completely deleted. So will this lead to frame shift? Tell me. No, won't lead to frame shift, because any deletion which is in the multiple of 3 is not going to change the open reading frame. Okay, the reading frame is not altered, just there is deletion, right? You got my point. What is the importance of knowing 1-letter code of amino acid? And see 3-letter code in. So what here depicted is the mutation in sickle cell disease. In the sickle cell disease, in the beta chain of hemoglobin, in the 6th position, see blue, that is glutamic acid. So people write like this now, glutamic acid is replaced by valine. So sometimes they like this only. Blue is now turned into, so this is not greater than symbol. So this denotes that it's turned into valine, right? Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this video. So guys, these days I take lot of free classes in Unacademy platform. So join my Telegram group. The name of the Telegram group is Biochemistry with Karthi. So go to Telegram, just type this name, join the Telegram group, and whenever I am going to take a free class in the Unacademy platform, I'll let you know. So there you can actively interact with me. You can ask your doubt in real time and get it solved. That's a cool feature. And there is one more cool feature, is the poll feature in the Unacademy platform. I can display the MCQs and the poll appears. So it is like a solving MCQ. So you can solve the MCQ by watching the video. So this is the coolest feature in Unacademy. I want all of you to join the Telegram group and attend the classes and enjoy biochemistry.